Well, last year's strikes caused a major drop in production in Hollywood. According to Film LA, the numbers of film permits were down nearly 1/3 compared with the year before, and it hasn't gotten any better. We're joined now live by Elaine Low. She's a staff writer at The Ankler with more. Welcome. We've been talking to you since the strike was going on, and I know you've been following the story closely. Some people still have not been able to find a job. Why is Hollywood so quiet, and why are the people who are now wrapping on productions not having another job to go to afterwards?
Well, it's largely expected that things were going to be slow in the immediate afterwake of the strikes, given that the WGA strike ended in September, the SAG strike with all the performers ended in November. But come March, April of this year, things are still kind of quiet and people are getting a little apprehensive. Now, part of it is that the industry is in the midst of a contraction. We're not going back to the era of 600 shows. The era of peak TV is generally on the downswing. And another part of it is that there is a little bit of apprehension around the current IATSE negotiations, as 150,000 crew members, 60,000 of which have 2 contracts under negotiation right now, are still happening. And so people are waiting to see what the conclusion of those talks are. And another part of it is that the post-pandemic production boom, which really peaked in 2022, we're coming off of that as well. And so things are just a lot quieter than people expected them to be. Talking to Film LA, which is the county's film office, permits for on-location films are down 26% year over year. But interestingly, in terms of hiring cast and crew, are actually down 30% year over year, which means that the productions that are returning with smaller cast and crews.
And so you don't think that it will ever rebound to pre-pandemic levels?
The consensus around town is that we're not going back to an era of peak TV. We're not going back to an era of having 600 scripted TV shows on air at any given time. But that doesn't mean that we're not still going to have hundreds and hundreds of new scripted TV shows. There's just a sense that there needs to be some kind of leveling out to find what that new equilibrium is.
You know, Jamie and I were just talking. She was saying that she's been hearing from people that when productions are coming back, they're hiring younger writers, that they're not bringing back the older, more experienced writers. What are you hearing from people who are out of a job and looking?
Well, there are so many folks who are out of work right now. You look at the studio layoffs that happened last year at Disney and Warner Brothers Discovery. Paramount earlier this year just laid off around 800 people. So you have a lot of people on the corporate side and the studio side who are out of work. And alongside that, when you have fewer writers' rooms in action, then you're going to have fewer writers who are working. And that makes it really hard for people who are aspiring to break into the industry to find work. And that also winds up nudging people who are around retirement age, to potentially retire a little bit earlier than they were hoping to, is what I'm hearing. So there's definitely some concern of a little bit of brain drain in Hollywood.
All right. Well, Elaine, thank you for joining us, and thanks for keeping tabs on this story. You've been doing great reporting. We appreciate you joining us.
Thanks for having me.